I think it's romanticism to think that any type of protest thing or where we're gonna save black people in this particular aspect based on what the community is doing, because the people are damn brain dead. You spend all your life, it's almost like taking care of toddlers. We talk about a people that is so ignorant. And we're not talking about no underclass. We're talking about the so-called upward mobile. We're talking about from hee-haw to bourgeois.
That's right.
Don't matter. It's crazy. You know, so I'm just saying, it's just like I said yesterday when they had the summit based on the AIDS summit. And they asked Bush, well, what are you going to do? He said, we hope to wipe out AIDS in Africa 2015. Yet they got 75,000 Africans dying a month continent-wide. You know what I'm saying? And like I said yesterday, nobody asked the question why there ain't no white Arab nations in Africa got AIDS. Nobody asked the question, whereas you got AIDS that is this ravishing black South Africa, but white South Africa don't have the epidemic too. If it's a non-discriminating disease, and I know damn well white people freaky. You know what I'm saying? You liable to see any kind of damn sex act messing around with them. You know what I'm saying? The sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? You never know. They might play Russian roulette with an aged patient just to see who can get it. That's the kind of crazy shit they're doing. So I don't want to hear about the South Africans got it and they're looking at black people, and yet you got a doggone white people up and they're running shit and none of them got it. You know what I'm saying? With all their sex shops and handcuffs and whips and you know what I'm saying? Whips and sheet and whipped cream and gerbils and you know what I'm saying? All types of stuff like that.
They got sex therapy houses now.
Mm-hmm. Big old boa constrictor snakes and shit, and big old iron poles and shit slide down and all. Nobody never washed the damn poles. If you want to know why they ain't getting no damn AIDS. Nobody washed the goddamn poles in 8 hours. Everybody sliding up and down a damn pole. And you ain't see nobody up there with some 409 bleach or whatever washing no fucking pole. And no, they ain't got no AIDS. So I'm just saying, the age is here. It's right now, because I'm telling you, black people are savages. Let's face it, man. And I'm not saying this as some white bourgeois, some bourgeoisie race hater. He's only looking at the plight of black people based on he's embarrassed, because they don't add up to what white people. And I got a homeboy like that. He was in the conscious community. Now all of a sudden, because black people don't add up to what white people, he would just rather black people be on the level of white people, basically. Yeah, that's all he's interested in. So he's embarrassed. But I'm saying our people are fucking savages, man. Did the movie Harrison Bergeron? Was the greatest Illuminati movie you can get. Whereas if you dumb, you flunk, and if you smart, no, if you dumb, you pass, and if you smart, you flunk. And he's trying to tell his father, hey, something's going on in the society, and the father just short out. Just short out. He said, I'm talking to you. Now, I know thousands of black people right now. Just get quiet. You talking about Michael Jordan, talking about Tiger Woods, talking about Jesse Jackson and his love affair and all of this, and then you get into some conscious shit, they just get quiet and short out. I seen this shit. Just shut out. Black people, I see them. Man, black people are savages, man. But they said that would be the time. That would be the case. That would be the case, man. I mean, it's the worst we've ever been. Then we understand now when you see them damn, like they say, you ain't never seen no sharks bite no black people. Sharks and shit biting black people. And yet this guy gets his legs bit off. Sharks biting him,
Your accent, that's right.
Yeah.
Down in the islands, they swam with sharks.
Yeah.
It was a normal thing to them.
Biting black people and stuff, And now, like I said yesterday, in Atlanta, now we seeing when the disasters hit, now black people getting all messed up. And you know that rain, snow, sleet, or storm, you never hit no ghetto. You see. So it's just about our energy. We are just we're on lockdown to the point where as we have an atrophied brain. It shit don't work. Common sense and good thought and analytical ability is abnormal. Not in no damn underclass, but in the damn upper mobile. They only know the blueprint of that shit that somebody taught their ass. Either on the job or whatever. That's all they know. They can't go beyond what somebody taught them. That's why I'm saying I know that there's something wrong with education itself. Western education, man, fucks you up.
Right here. This are special ed changes who will hurt many students. English is no thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying, period.
Period.
Western education, man, it's a cancer. You can't go, it's like you can't go beyond what that man told you.
Right.
Your possibility, and we understand that basically the whole America was built off of ideas based on fresh minds. That's why Hitler told them, first thing we're going to kill off all the intellectuals because the professional, he said, because Hitler was, he was a part of a secret society. It wasn't no damn Hitler. It was a part of a secret society, through a society, the real society. They were like, look, we've been poor for the last damn 50 years here in Germany. So obviously the shit ain't working on the intellectual level. So the first thing we gonna arrest is the damn intellectual, because he said the professionals were better. He said that the amateurs was better than the professionals. The amateurs was better than the professionals. Well, that's what America was built of black people who had creative ideas that didn't have some fucking blueprint or some model to go by. Now we got all these goddamn models. And the shit is not working because we got all these blueprints. It was interesting. One sister had a drinking problem, and she was talking to other sister. Other sister, graduated, top honors from Spelman and all this kind of thing here, and all of a sudden the other sister, she didn't go to college, but what happened was she had that fresh mind. She was able to go beyond what the training was, and she said, "Hey," she said, I think I want to do a 12-step program, not this shit with white people talking. She said, I want to do something where we all get together with everybody, crack, liquor, alcohol, anything you want to name, any kind of thing. And basically, we just get together and have a brainstorm, and we come up with our own solution on how we going to heal ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Other than this strict regimen based on some white people shit. And I said, and the sister was like, no, you can't do that. This is the way you do this. This is the way you do this. And I said, actually, hold up now. Actually, she got a brilliant idea. Because I was that other bullshit ain't working. And she said, no, I want it to be more like we're going to make a social group. You see what I'm saying? Out of our doggone shortcomings and all our vices. Yeah. Whereas it'll be fun to have a goddamn vice and cure yourself. You don't have to hide. Because you got some. So she said, we're going to do it our way. And basically what she was doing, she had tapped into another dimension.
Teach.
And she was wrong. I said, oh, that's an actual great idea. The other sister, no, you can't do this. She already been going in the bullshit she was taught. No, you got to have this. I said, what about some sponsors? I'm like, wait a minute. You need to shut the goddamn hell up. What you talking about? You see, but it happened one time back in, back in 1990 in Harlem. They had a woman called Kay Thomas had a show in New York, and they had like Leonard Jeffries and had a whole bunch of people. A couple of scholars that was in the radio station, and a bunch of people was calling in, and all of them was calling in. Everybody was making common sense on what was wrong with black people and what we don't do. We don't do for self. We don't buy black goods. You know what I'm saying? We don't teach our own kids. The same shit. That's almost a song and dance style. You know what I'm saying? Right. We don't do this. We don't identify, and we don't do this kind of thing. And so it's all on that left brain thing of the possibilities of the apparent. We all know what the fuck we don't do. We all know what's wrong. Right. And it's common sense now. It's like and then about 2 hours into the radio show, because people was all calling in saying, we don't do this, we don't do that, and we this, and we that. And about 2 hours into it, the spirit entered into the room, and somebody in the thing said, hey, maybe we don't supposed to be doing none of that shit. Maybe we don't supposed to be. Maybe there's something we're not looking at. Maybe we don't supposed to be doing that shit. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we got a blueprint on what we think and we're not thinking beyond that. You see what I'm saying? So what's happened now is we done been locked into this bullshit based on this professionalism. That's what they say even in the whole Grail mystery that I talked about. The one that was the innocent one is the one that was able to get the Grail because he was not trained as a trusted knight and became an expert. Because you're only an expert if you got a film and you got one picture of a film, you're only an expert at that one little frame. And you don't and this education doesn't allow you to explore beyond the education because I'm not supposed to do that now. I am a professional.
Thank you.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what's fucking us up. You know? And I'm telling you, school teachers are the goddamn worst. I'm saying this shit because that's all I know. My mama's a school teacher. My mama's sister's a school teacher. My grandmama's a goddamn school teacher. My uncle's a school teacher. Everybody in the damn family, that's all I know. I knew I was going to college at age 3. And I look at this shit, I said, wait a minute, you motherfuckers are school teachers. I said, you all are the worst. Because what it is, they get to stand over a class, you know, with the goddamn rules and shit until it fucks them up.
That's true.
They are the worst. Fucking school teachers and professors. Because she's a school teacher, she's saying, I dare you. Tell me something. Period. You know what I'm saying? See, for me, I'll say, well, you know, Bobby, you don't supposed to teach your mama nothing. Well, it's true. That is true. That is, you know, mother, you don't supposed to teach mama shit now. You know better than that. But the point I'm trying to make here is that authority, somebody done gave you some doggone piece of paper and say in actuality you're supposed to know something like mama, goddamn. Your fucking education is 1950s. That's McCarthyism. That's Beaver Cleaver. You know what I'm saying? That's before all the sexual revolution, all the type shit. I said, hell, they done disproved all science that was fact in 1970. Half that shit is not even counting. And your shit 1950s, black college. You know what I'm saying? But nobody can tell you shit. So I'm trying to say this. The education is what's fucked up. There's only one kind of education. It's self-education. And in the occult technology of power, which is the handbook to the Illuminati, they say education is not allowed. True education is not allowed. I don't know what you got, but it ain't no fucking education. That is not allowed. You see, so this is so on the other hand, it also goes back down to the apparent. We can't be looking at the apparent. What makes common sense? We got to look at a whole nother paradigm. We got to push our fucking mind. And it was interesting because it was a brother. He was a conscious brother now, real conscious brother. He was into the whole political protest. Well, he can tell you all the shit on what's fucked up and what they're doing. We hear it in the cities on what all the black mayors and all doing. And you have to say that the goddamn mayor was supposed to do something in the first damn place. That's a joke in the first place. A fucking damn foreman. Motherfucking foreman, a trustee member. Key Turner, trustee member. Over the butter. You know? But we hear the same story now, but you know, so we hear the same story now, but nobody pushes it beyond. And so this brother was real, he was conscious. Well, he was conscious on this geo-social, political, Afrocentric thing like this and all, you know, and he was into the protests and they doing this shit in Africa and all this kind of thing here. And he loved my stuff. And he said, I just can't understand. I said, that's because you got the wrong program up in there. I said, now you got to deprogram yourself. Every motherfucking thing that you think is insane, say it's true. And everything that makes common sense, say that shit is fucked up. And I said, after a while, what you'll do is you'll change your format. And then these things that you think is strange and way out will become reality. And the other stuff you can look at, oh, that's the matrix. That's the apparent, but there's something behind this shit. So that's the problem. We don't look beyond the apparent. We need a new paradigm even in our fucking thinking. And see, with this black hole thing we're going to get into today, looking at this shit here, one day I'll literally tell somebody a lie. Be lying. And then the next day, the shit come true. Damn shit come true. I'm like, God damn, I know I just lied. I just made that shit up. That shit come true, motherfucker call back and say, man, you was right. I said, I was? Shit sound like a lie to me. You see what I'm saying? So my point is, but like Devil Blair said, hell, if that motherfucker didn't exist, you couldn't think of it. Watch your thoughts, because thoughts are things. So you thought you was saying a lie, and that was your inner self telling you the truth, and you thought you was telling a lie. Oh, I done made up a fucking lie. You know how we done lied so much. Dude, we just figured some shit come out our head, got to be a damn lie. I'm inventing that shit. You know, I'm saying it's got to be a lie. That shit was true, and it comes true every day. But that's the whole concept based on the paradigm shift. You see, we got to start thinking on another level. And so therefore they already know, man, the educated is finished. And black people, man, like I said, that bell curve shit was right. Fuck that. You say, hey, that damn bell curve, motherfucking black people are inferior. And I'm not telling you this shit, I'm not talking about the niggas that did all this stuff before. I'm telling you that the ones down and walking around here, you gotta look above that shit. These motherfuckers here are inferior, man. And I'm not saying this from I'm not some Ku Klux Klan number. I'm ultimately conscious, but I'm trying to tell you, I'm looking at this shit the way it is. Them people, when they were saying that bell curve, they wasn't kicking no stuff. They was talking about, no, this is the new creation we done fucked with. They was making a report.
That's right.
And by you saying that, you're not just talking about young kids, you're talking about adults too.
I'm talking about, no, I ain't even talking about the damn young kids.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about the young kids. I'm talking about the so-called, quote-unquote, upward mobile.
Right.
Them the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Damn young kids, just, hell, they just looking at, they just a product of whatever it is and stuff like that. But even them, by them being so far to the left and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I just want to make that clear because people will hear that
Yeah.
and think, well, he ain't talking about me because I'm grown. He must be talking
No,
about
I
the
ain't
hip-hop.
talking about the, I make this statement. The first one, I ain't talking about the brothers and sisters in the project. And I'm not talking about the doggone young kid, the youth. Because they'll be saying, yeah, the youth, there's something wrong. No, I'm saying it's the ones that have arrived. I study these fuckers, man. The buck is just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just good old decent black folks. It's the mindset and all, and that white boy know it. You see, he knows it and stuff. He knows that we don't think the way we supposed to think. And that's the same thing like what happened was, the fall of the year, I was up in a place called Little 5 Points, and this white boy walked up to me, and somehow about a year before that, he walked up on a conversation when some guy introduced him to me, and I was talking about Crawley, and I was talking all this metaphysical stuff. And he was like, and I said, well, he said, I'm in awe. I've never heard no black people talk on this kind of level before, and so he came up to me last fall and said, we got an occult war that is going on in the United States amongst white people. He said he got these secret society factions, they fighting each other. He said, I don't put on the internet. First of all, he was saying black Thelemites found in Atlanta. He was talking about me because, the whole Crawley thing is the Thelema. He said found in Atlanta. They was like, this is a damn joke. And then he said, and I wrote on the internet, he told him, he said, he wrote another email saying, we all fight, but there's going to be a group of black gods that's going to rise up, and it's going to come out of nowhere, and we ain't going to know where they came from. He was telling me this shit. Then he was trying to say, man, I want to get down with you. It's a white boy. And then he said, oh no, you ain't got to worry about me. I ain't watching shit. I don't even shit. You ain't got to worry about no damn white people. I ain't getting down with nobody. You see what I'm saying? Hell, I'm skeptical on those Negroes, let alone the fucking white man. So he was like, he said, in so many words, he said, I wouldn't want to get with you, because I'm like, wait a minute. This cracker here knows some shit that's going on. And in the book, The Zealotar, I talked about that what's the name of that guy's book? The Zealotar is the name of it. In there, the guy wrote this book, and he died in 1997, and the guy took his notes, but in his notes he was saying, our only hope is we gotta hook up with some type of black Masonic organization in America. You see what I'm saying? And that's the best he could think of. He said, 'cause our shit is fucked. We done been in this occult thing for the last 125 years and we ain't produced nothing. No convert to nothing. He said, so we're going to have our only hope. Remember, even your boy Steve Coakley said, even he's reading all that stuff on the Illuminati, he said that when he was reading the stuff on the Illuminati, all these people writing this stuff on the secret societies that run the world, one guy who was one of the chief researchers said, our only hope is the urban black person in America. Then this thing came on the internet last year. I think I read it, where they said that the Africans in America are the heirs to the earth. All white society that said this thing. Then this white boy come up to me and was saying, there's going to be some black guys, they're going to rise up. And these white, we all fussing, we not going to know what hit us. You know what I'm saying? Then he was like, you know, we need to get together. I need to join you in some shit like that. And then he said, you know, a part of my lodge is a part of the Illuminati. I'm listening to this damn prophet and I'm like, you know, I'm incognito, you know, I'm grinning and stuff, you know. Information and shit like that, you know. And this prophet saying all this type of stuff, because he had recognized, because there was some things, there were some people that I shot past him that no black people should know about. There's some other people behind some other things, and I shot a name past, he said, oh, fuck, you know that shit? He said, you know that? And then I said, I don't know. And it's like I just read some stuff in the book. I just broke down the man's whole works. And he said, oh, shit. And he went back and told them, but they know that their time is up. He said, they know that their doggone time is up. So they, like they say, we following them and they following us. And in Atlanta, it's amazing. The workforce, all white people got on arms, all black people got on crosses.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so I'm trying to say, we got to call it what it is and stuff, man. Our people, and I'm not saying this thing, our people here, and I know that's a bitter pill to swallow, but there's something wrong with our people. But it was prophesied that it would be a way. And I say that not necessarily in the aspect of there ain't no hope. The spirit and all of the scriptures say when it gets to that particular point, then that's when you know the time is to jump off now. In the Raphael Patrick's book, the Messiah text, they say, when the Messiah comes, there will no longer be a need for one. Because by the time he get hit, his shit ain't up and just take a broom and sweep it up. And that's what we talking about here. So the only ones that we talking about is the people in this room and a few other rooms around the doggone country that's still meeting. Because all the other people, it's even in the movie Bamboozle. They had the guy, that, like I said, they had the guy with the blacks. They had the black power group in the movie. And they was doing the old Public Enemy stuff. And the woman, and Jada Pinkett looked and said, you all are a damn joke. As if to say that the greater public, we don't want to hear that black shit y'all motherfuckers talking about. So this is the way this thing is going on. But the key here is, based on all the scripture says, when the last temple falls, that's when you know it's over. So in so many words, even the Gospel of Thomas, which is coming out of Gnostic Egypt, says, when your eyes are open, you will be troubled. But only when you are troubled, rejoice, because the kingdom is at hand. So we saying we don't have no allies. And I say the same thing also too, that I think it's a part of romanticism for the greater community, for us to get in protest with the greater community. I don't give a damn. You motherfuckers crying about Diallo, and what do he do? His mama come out there and say, we don't want no violence. No, fuck that shit. She's supposed to come out there and go, look, burn down the goddamn Empire State Building.
Right.
And niggas saying you wrong, but you do that shit to them fucking damn Palestinians. Or them Italians. Or them Jews. We the only people. So I'm trying to say here is, we put all that energy and we expend that energy because the government knows. Keep them expending the energy on shit that they ultimately can't do nothing about. Because they are not united, and so that they can't get to the higher level. And so my point is also too, it has to be the point where the priesthood has to shut themselves off from the greater community. Because the greater community is called a goyim, which means it's nothing. And if you focus on that, it's only a form of illusion. So you are neglecting what the priest supposed to be doing. The priest in Kemetic wasn't worried about some motherfucker up in some field or some rice field or some reed field and shit where they had a squabble. He got better shit to worry about. And that's the thing. I think I understand that our consciousness was birthed out of protests from the 60s. You see what I'm saying? And we kept that model, but we don't understand that model is outmoded because the white boy don't operate on that model. And they say whatever keeps going, don't never break tradition. Don't never break away from the game. Keep the game going. That shit gonna be going on all the time. But we keep, so the conscious community, they keep focusing and they keep being locked into the same shit. And the only thing the white boy got to do is say, well, I don't know, I'm getting a little scared, so let's produce something to round these niggas up, either to monitor where their minds are, or either to shut down a certain amount of doggone energy. Every time I hear some old nigga, especially some nigga on some high-powered job getting their ass stuck, I just be so happy. Man, I just be so doggone happy. I say, good. Good, because you know you niggas ain't gonna do shit no way.
That's what
you know what I'm saying? So what? You can run out and buy some more shit at the damn mall?
That's what the revolt in 1967 was all about. It was to monitor the conscious level.
It's always that way. That's the same thing about the movie Baby Boy. They give you Boys in the Hood. 10 years later, 1991, they give you Boys in the Hood. 2000 when they give you Baby Boy. So not only is he still in the damn hood, he's a fucking baby. Riding a fucking bicycle. They got a motherfucker on the billboards on the goddamn bicycle. And that's some shit. Including your boy, you know, and what's the name on the, is it just him on the bicycle or some other niggas on the bicycle? But remember, the year before, 10 years ago, the other motherfucker had a pacifier in his mouth. Remember that on Boys in the Hood?
Yeah,
10 years before that, the motherfucker had a pacifier in his goddamn mouth.
That's right. You're right.
See?
Right.
Then you understand how them niggas get them shits. Those movie roles. You see, what's that?
Well, I saw a guy coming down Van Dyke who made a turn using a truck. He had a pacifier.
Ain't that some shit? You see? The nigga got back. Let me show you another thing here. Now let me show you some real deal science that's going on. Show come on called Becca. Becca comes on Monday nights. Called Becca. Now, Becca is a combination of black and white. Let me show you how the science go on this. Becca is a doctor, Ted Danson. You know, used to be on Cheers. Ladies' man.
Yeah.
Alright. He's a doctor. Noble. Now, they got a girl that he hangs out in this restaurant. The girl is a tall, slim ex-model, which is supposed to be a dummy position. But no, this girl is in college now. But she owns her own little restaurant. It might be a piece of shit little place, but she owns her own fucking business. Okay? This is how the science goes. Now look. They got, in Becca's office, they got a black woman. She's smart. She's the matronly figure. And basically, even Becca looks up to her. But she fat. Not saying, you got to understand this. I'm not talking against heavy-set people. I'm trying to show you how Hollywood operates. But she's fat. The proverbial fat. So she can be lovable, but she's fat. Okay? They got another little white girl that is dumb, stupid. She's so dumb and stupid till the shit is legendary.
The dumb blonde.
The dumb blonde. But she's skinny. You see what I'm saying? Got a nice little figure. See how the science is? Okay, back in the bar, when he goes back to the restaurant, they got a black man. Tall, nice getting, nice looking. Got dreadlocks. He's got his little stand. He got a stand inside this woman's bar. He got in her restaurant. He has a little cigarette stand and book stand on cigarettes and gum and shit. So he's a little vendor, but he got his own little business. But he's blind. See, he can't be a brother with the dreadlocks. First of all, he's dark skinned with the dreadlocks. You see what I'm saying? He looks pretty decent, but he's blind. See, he's always got to be something handicapped.
Right.
See?
Right.
Now in the Becca show, when he goes back to his doctor's office, the black woman that runs the doctor's office is clearly smart, everything. She even tell this motherfucker what to do, and he bows down to her. But she big mama though. See what I'm saying? Well, she got man problems at the house. But yet the dumb, stupid ass girl, you see what I'm saying? Is skinny. Becca's skinny. And the girl that's the model that won the dogma, she's an ex-model, but she got her own fucking business. You see? She got her own business and stuff. But she's skinny. Then you understand how you got the view. And you thinking they got my girl on that shit, the view with Barbara Walters.
Right.
Now Barbara Walters is an old, crusty, rheumatism ass, old, crusty goddamn, you know what I'm saying, molded mildew rheumatism ass, old thick ass woman. You know what I'm saying? She take all her clothes, goddamn paint fall off the wall. She's so fucking old and molded and mildewed and rancid. But she's skinny. And all the little white people around the shit. They even had one little white girl that didn't even know her name half the shit. They had to get rid of her. She was so dumb. But she's skinny. He goes Star Jones. I'm a lawyer. I got more education than any motherfucker up in here. But I'm fat. And you don't understand, they ain't got Star Jones in there because of her education. They got Star Jones up in there because she fat. You see that shit? They said, well, fuck it, we gonna put all races. So they got rid of the dumb, stupid white girl. They brought an Asian in, but she's skinny. You see, and Miss Star Jones, but see, they have to, they look at that as a form of handicap so they can feel sorry for Star. You know what I'm saying? And Star ain't maxing out no brother. That's probably in her clothes. Because you know, goddamn, Star is a cute woman. And you know in the black community, that fat shit don't mean nothing. You know that shit don't mean nothing to no black man. Hell, half our mama's fat. Star can get her some niggas up in the black community. You know that shit. Star can come up in this motherfucker and max out some niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no bullshit. No black man say, oh no, Star, you got a couple $1 million, I ain't gonna fuck with you because you fat. You know what I'm saying? You know, when half the black women in the black community is fat, and ain't no big deal, because the black woman, the only motherfucker can be fat and look good. And you know, fat and black goes together. No, really, seriously. That shit go together. You see a fat, a light-skinned girl in there, and why you go, wait a minute, you look a little better if you was dark-skinned. You know what I'm saying? That shit go together. That's an archetype, I don't, you know, whatever the damn reason is, but you know, goddamn, Star Jones, you say what the fuck you want, she's cute. You know, she's big, but she got a cute face. So you know damn well Star Jones come up in here smelling all good and shit, you know. You know what I'm saying? Star Jones will give a nigga a tip toe through the tulips. No problem. You see what I'm saying? But why she ain't got no man? Still talking about, you know, maybe one day God will bless me with a man. And all the rest he's old, he's hot, and she's young, she's young, and the little Asian girl is young. The rest of the motherfuckers is old as shit. You see, but they all skinny. And then they're talking about Barbara Walters. You know what I'm saying? A fucking fossil. You know what I'm saying? She got more face lip and she got skin thrown all over the country. She got so many face lip and shit, probably her vagina is in the back of her head. That cool shit and all. Had to cut her a new asshole. But she's skinny. So this the science, they still dealing with shit on that subconscious level. Then Becca, then they had to show Becca came on one day. I said, oh, they doing this stuff. Becca came on. Now they had, the little dumb white girl, they had some boxes come to Becca's office. Somebody sent these boxes to the office because this person was moving in next door. So Becca was keeping the boxes until the person arrived in town. And so the white girl was going through the boxes to try to find out what this person was. She said, this is a rich person. This is a rich guy. And she was getting all gusted up and all pretty up. She said, I'm going to meet this man here. This man going to take me up out of here. Because, you know, she was looking at all the stuff he had was extravagant. And it was a rich guy. So when the person came to pick up the stuff, it was a black woman. So they played it as if, you know, you thinking only people can be rich like this is a male and somebody white. So it was a black woman came to pick up her stuff because she was moving in the office next door. And so she said, oh God, I thought you was a man. And she said, damn, this is so, you know, 'cause she just thinks she's getting ready to get married. You know, and she turned around and tell the black girl, but hey, are you gay? Black girl was walking on her stuff, she said, are you gay? And then the black girl said, as a matter of fact, I am. And then the dumb white girl go, oh, but shit, I'm not gay. I said, see, they done savaged the damn sister right there on the TV. So the dumb ass motherfucker, she gonna say, are you gay? Like, I'm gonna be down with this. But then after the black girl and put herself out there and say, as a matter of fact, I am. Then the girl, she said, oh shit, I am not. And they done savaged the damn girl. You see what I'm saying? On the damn TV. On the TV. You see, I said, man, they're dealing with some shit, you know. They're always dealing with some stuff. What's that, brother?
That's what they do.
Yeah, well, basically the Stargate, in so many words, and we're going to get into this tonight because the Stargate is ultimately, he wanted to know.
When you finished with the Becker thing, though?
Yeah, I'm through with the Becker thing, yeah. I'm through with the Becker thing, yeah. The Stargate thing was basically, we find in the reality of that, now the movie Stargate and all of the TV show Stargate, when it was announced that this black hole that we are now in, did you bring the magazine this time? Oh, well, here it is, Discover magazine, November 1998. Even when it was announced by Charles Finch in his book The Star of Deep Beginnings, it was announced as a Stargate. So that would be the only gate there is the Stargate in heaven, which is talking about a gateway to another dimension in the book Fred Allen Wolf's book, but really down there is only a hologram. The real gateway is between the legs of a black woman. That's the damn Stargate. Exactly. That's the true Stargate.
Exactly.
Is the between the legs of the black woman. And so that's that whole thing, the gateway to a new dimension. That's why I kept saying that they got to get on top of this sex thing and tell you that it's wrong. You see what I'm saying? To tell you that's wrong. So that's what the real Stargate is. It's on the tantric level. On the tantric level, what's that?
Is there a correlation between it seems like a proliferation of a lot of homosexuality and the what you were saying about the biological warfare? Is there a lot more? It seemed like, I'm just asking, is there a lot more homosexuality like down in Atlanta than?
Yeah, that's gay capital.
Okay.
And you know, and we ain't talking about no ugly niggas either. You know, and I ain't gay. I'm just still saying, you know, that shit right. But I'm just saying, you know. But what it is it's not even that. No, it's not even that. No, it's the socialization.
Okay.
Something I think has got something to do with the TV set. Now I know it has to do. I know it has a lot to do with black men desiring white women on a whole nother level. And I think it's got something to do with an archetype that they're flashing through the screen. I think it's more than just the age-old taboo that we always wanted the white woman. I think that it's going to another level because at that time when we was inferior, that we really like white people like that. And now we got more, a little more get up and go about ourselves. We have more black men with white women than we did when we thought that would just be the thing to be that they were the superior race. You know, prior to that, when we didn't have it, although it might have been taboo or nothing or anything, I think that this thing has something to do with something that's going on a mind control level. And the reason why I say that is, and I'll give you the same, I think this has to do with the homosexual thing. When I was going into the shoe industry back in the mid-'80s, I was supposed to have already signed the deal. I'd already had the shoes made. And so I had to go and fly to New York to pick my shoes off the wall up in Fifth Avenue, up in the penthouse of this rich Jew guy. So he said, come on up and get the shoes and all, and I get paid. So I was in Atlanta and they gave us a house when I was in college. And, free rent, free gas, free phone. And then about 2 years after, I got out, I was still staying up in the house. You know that shit. We gonna stay up in here till they throw our ass out. So it was like 4 of us. We were still staying up in there and stuff. You know, ain't been affiliated with the school damn near 2.5 years. So then after they caught up with us, it was like, I was like, well, y'all gotta deal with that. Y'all gotta get y'all a place. I got to fly to New York anyway. So I said, well, I ain't got no place to stay. So I packed all my stuff up and packed all my stuff up and put it over to the Flynn house. And I flew. I said, I'm going to South Carolina because I got to be in New York in October. And so I'm going to go to South Carolina. I'm just going to chill at the home in Mullins for like a month. You know, around my mom and all. So I was there and all the only thing there ain't shit down there to do. You know, I'm down there, all I do is watch cable. But see, what happened was almost 10 years, only thing I hadn't seen light outside of a black college campus. So everything I saw was black women. And even when I would go outside of the campus, white women would look alien. So that means I was in an environment where I could actually monitor what was going on. And so I had no desire for white women or nothing. Because all I saw for almost 10 years and shit, I was going to get my pension up in college. That was a bed and 3 goddamn meals. And I was up in there some semesters just to eat lunch. So I was, fuck that, I'm going to register and get this money, you know how to get those loans, just to get down 3 hots in the cot. So I was like, shit, until I get out. Then I might have to file for Social Security out of this bitch here. So I stayed an extra 5 years, you know. Super duper senior. Get out of one school, go to another one and stuff, you know. And you know, niggas can get trapped into that too, you know. Just go to school all the time. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was I was just around all these black women all the time. So I flew home and all I did was watch cable. And watching the movies, I was getting into the movies, and at the end of the month, right in the middle of the month, I started having desires. I could see whether white women could be attractive again. And by the end of the damn time when I was supposed to fly out and stuff, I really was actually turned on by white women. And I said, wait, but by me being separated for 10 years, I could draw a parallel that it wasn't just normal. Everybody, and that's just the way it is. I could tell the difference. Because I was around black women so much until white women looked alien. So when I saw what was going on, I knew then that there was something in the fucking TV screen. You see what I'm saying? It was something in there that suggested this is the only beauty there is. You see what I'm saying? And anything opposite this has to be the epitome of what is not beauty. You see? And so I know it's a psychological thing, and it was a case study, haphazardly. It just happened and all, but I was able to catch it because I was just entering into the consciousness also. You see, so I could catch this particular thing that was going on. So my point here is all the other stuff that's going on, they turning people out based on what you view on TV, movie screen, and there's a brother. They say that there's a brother that's got some stuff on TV. Apparently this thing is greater than what we think it is. There's a brother down in Atlanta called OTM. And he did some stuff in the conference tapes we got at the Hemmitt Summit. And it's on the whole thing, on the psychological aspect of TV. Apparently the Lyndon LaRouche group out of Virginia, they put out like a 30-year study on TV. So this is way into the wee hours of this thing, so they can really tell you what the effect is, which they couldn't do 30 years ago, even 20 years ago. So they got so much data now. You see what I'm saying? They can tell you the effect of what these damn crackers is doing. And they got people who have studied TV for 30 years. And they were saying that it can just be so many light flashes per second. And the only thing they got to do is position the dark and light contrast, or whether you're in and outside, or how many times a gun goes off and there's subtle things you're not seeing that taps into the archetype, the collective unconsciousness, and the whole mind control shit that zaps the whole everybody. And so this brother had this book from the LaRouche Society, and the damn book was showing stuff. It was a book on the latest studies on TV, and man, I mean, it was like a monster show. It was almost like the mad scientist experiment right in your home. So that kind of thing, I think a lot of this shit is done right on the damn TV set. You know what I'm saying? Right on the TV set. And cable is even more so. You know what I'm saying? The cable is even more so. But they showed you that in Batman Forever. Batman Forever, the third Batman, it was right on the doggone cable box. It was going right where it was going right into the doggone third eye, or the first eye. But, you know, give me some other questions. Or what's that and then you, okay? Go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, you were speaking on TV shows. Have you seen the one called 6 Feet Under? On cable?
I haven't seen it yet. About the death thing, yeah, I heard talk about it.
That's a heavy.
I know they got some. Did you all see Fear Factor? On NBC on Monday nights and on Tuesday nights or Thursday nights. This shit here, they got damn people for $50,000. They got people getting a big old glass casket full of worms, lava, not big old lava, big old maggots this big. They have to get up in there and put their whole head in the maggots just be biting them, or they have to get into a big old tomb of rats and be like hundreds of rats just biting and nibbling on their toes and stuff. They get $50,000, but you do all that, but only one person can get it.
That's right.
Then you know, then you might have to eat one of the worms. Oh, you gotta eat.
Yeah.
You eat no worms, you eat one. And the girl, she was all crying and she was all vegetarian. I would eat this goddamn worm, this maggot. Well, I ain't got no problem eating a maggot if I wasn't a vegetarian. I ain't got some sick shit. You know, that is ethical to her. You know what I'm saying? She would eat it if she wasn't a vegetarian. Everybody else just chewing on the shit. Grasshoppers. You know what I'm saying? And so they asked that it was on. When it was on, and they say that the ones in the ones in Europe is 3 times worse because they're so poor. They be shitting on people's heads and vomiting on them. They had to come in the humane, whatever the European humane society had to come in and shut these shows down. But they say people will do anything for money. Then they got one called
White people.
White people. They and it was interesting. You're right, because they had one guy. You know, he was a big jock. Everybody liked him as a cool brother. So he was acing out all the shit. Oh, I'm a black man. I can do it. And he knew then the little white girls was getting in that tank full of rats like it wasn't shit. That nigga knew then right then. Nah, I'm a black man. You know, goddamn well, I ain't getting in no tank full of rats. When it came to his time, he's like, I got to walk. I ain't getting in them goddamn rats. I said, that nigga sanity came back. He was like, he was like, fuck that. You know, every little timid little white girl, little 4'2" white girl, jumping in the tank like it wasn't nothing. Ooh, he's biting my toenails off. You know, this fool get up in there. He get up in there, and it's time for him, he's going, oh hell no, I'm from fucking Harlem. I ain't getting up in them damn rats. Fuck that shit. And so you gotta take the walk of shame. He said, no problem. You got the hell on. So what it was, but it was interesting. I think this is a test. I think it's a test because they had what's the name? They had on Nightline. They said, is this the end of civilization? Based on Fear Factor in these reality-based shows, is this the end of civilization? And they say these people will do anything for money. They say there ain't a lot of money anyway, and only one person can win. So they was monitoring, telling the people, you can hang it up, America is sick. They'll do anything. And so what happened was, they was talking to Kurt Vonnegut. He's the one that wrote the movie Harrison Bergeron and Slaughterhouse-Five. So they was talking to Kurt Vonnegut, the author, and they said, well, Kurt Vonnegut, is this the end of civilization? And Kurt Vonnegut looked at damn Ted Koppel and said, who the fuck said you had damn civilization in the first damn place? He said, wait a minute, let's get this shit straight. He said, America is a continent. You know what that is? He said, ain't no national phenomenon that there's a civilized people. He said, this is a continent. Civilization exists in pockets. But it's a big ass continent. You know what I'm saying? On some continents, you got 4,000-5,000 countries. You know what I'm saying? In Africa, you know, it's a jigsaw puzzle. You got a country that's as big as a damn state. He said, this is a continent. There's no such thing as no national civilization. He said, that's a fucking joke. Who the hell said you got civilization in the first place? So these crackers is coming all out saying this whole experiment of America was some bullshit in the first place. And now they saying that they are basically monitoring this fear factor and stuff, or what the length they will go just to see how sick the people are in the society. They got one called Spy TV. And they showed this shit in Europe. This guy was in a little room sleeping, a black man. And they came up in that room as a joke and took a damn bazooka and shot it in that damn room. And that guy, you imagine if you in your bed sleeping and somebody come in there with a big ass bazooka, a cannon, and blow that shit. And that African got up and he said he was almost about to have a heart attack. It was over in Europe. So in Europe, it's even worse. It's even worse. They be farting and shit on people. They just go and sit beside a person and fart, pass gas, and the person was like, damn. And then it's a bunch of shit, going on. And they were showing and saying, look, we can do anything with the damn American public or the human species. They are savages and stuff like that. Yeah. Give me some more questions. What's that?
Well, my question was this. I noticed lately they've been coming out with a lot of demonic type shows about witchcraft and all type of...
Oh, well, in actuality, that's positive in the aspect they're trying to teach their people. They're trying to teach their children the other side of what's really running the world and to maneuver on another thing. So, because the whole witchcraft and all that type of stuff here is nothing. They're basically trying to teach the African side of the magic and the mysticism, and they're doing it through the whole witchcraft thing and all, and they're learning all this stuff to give them a vested interest. They know we still in the church. You know what I'm saying and all. They know we still in the church. So they're doing that to teach their people, like that Harry Potter shit that's going down. That's some mystical stuff, the Harry Potter stuff. And so therefore they got the movie coming out, you see what I'm saying? So they are owning in that particular aspect, even down to Pokemon. You see? So that's what they're doing and all. It started with the X-Files years ago. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they do those particular things the way they do that. This brother here, then you, what's that?
Hold on a second. Bob, I got to change the tape, man.
Okay, change the tape, yeah. Oh, well, that's all fake anyway. Shoot. Yeah, I know a sister went on that. They paid them $200. She bet the guys that they was going to go on, they rehearsed that thing. So we'll put this.
One show they got one man that came back from the dead, and then they got a story where they're eating vampires, sucking them.
Yeah, well, they doing all that and stuff. They understand also too that a lot of whites now here are real big in the occult and trained in the occult, and a lot of whites. I met them 10 years ago. I met a little white boy and a white girl in 9th grade, and they knew all this Illuminati. They knew all the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and they knew all this stuff. Little 9th grade. You see what I'm saying? Children. So yeah, so they just into the occult now, and that's popular also. But they teach them. They're teaching them and all. Now it was interesting because Sister Delbert and her husband had gone to Denver to a book convention. Lou Ellen is the let me see. Lou Ellen is the one. Let me show you this. What a Lou Ellen book is. Let me see that segment. No, here it is, right here. Lou Ellen is the book company that has the moon on it, and so they had a big they threw a party. She was saying at the end of the convention, they threw this party. I think a day before it ended or whatever, and she was saying that they had this sister came out that night. They had the guys drumming or whatever. They had the sister came out with these wings like Maya and Isis, and she said that and she was telling me the story that they had these two white girls, and one girl was dancing regular or whatever, and this sister put her arms around her, the wings, and opened up, and when the white girl came out, she was dancing like a black girl. You see what I'm saying? And then she said, and I think, I don't know if it did it to the other one also too, but and Daryl picked it up and she said, oh, this is a ritual that's going on. It's almost as if they was getting her energy. Mm-hmm. And then they say, she said she loses her wings. The black girl, and then she disappears and stuff. And they do all this drumming and stuff. It was almost like it was a ritual, and they was getting energy from black people. You see what I'm saying? It's getting energy from black people. And what's that?
They on the Fox Family Channel on the cable system here, they got a show called Real Stories, and it deals with like people from the ages of 12 to like 19. Mm-hmm. They put a camera on them, and with the light and the whole nine, so you can hear them and see how their reaction to everything. Mm-hmm. And they send them out to what they said they thought this house was haunted, and they would let them come in with a camera and a light and walk around in the middle of the night to see if they see a ghost or hear funny sounds. And they got like, not only my daughter attracted to watching it every weekend or every day, but a lot of other kids in the neighborhood too. And I was talking to some people at work to see if their kids had seen it. And their whole family watched it, like it's the Cosby Show.
Well, they started with the Goosebumps, something called Goosebumps a couple of years ago. But you know, so yeah, I know they tapping into all that type of stuff, you know. And like I said, you know, the Harry Potter series so big, so they got the movie coming out. It looks tight too, you know. So they, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, and a lot of the actual anything from the toys and anything they got going on now is on that particular level and stuff. You know, what's that? What's that, brother? When you saw Mission to Mars, you know, it came out. Basically, the Sidonia site is, in actuality, it has the face. You know, the face is real, the pyramids and all, but in so many words, what we did get is that Mars went through a physical enslavement of life in the matrix like the earth is now, but thousands of years ago they threw it off and the people ascended, and as a result that's what you got that's left over until the universe is destroyed. They used to have an earth just like this, but they was advanced enough to break out of this particular matrix, this particular physical illusion, and as a result, that's what you got. And I'll tell you how it's done. And as a result, that's what you got is that leftover thing. But although they say there's still life on there, but it's not physical life, it's a spirit aspect. But in some of those particular people incarnated on Earth, which is the final dimension, so it was like they said, it was almost like a Horus or Heru figure that worked from the major planets on down to the Earth, and the Earth was the final one that has to go through the same transformation. Now how it is done is they simply raise the mass Kundalini energy, and that killed the Matrix. It's in the movie The Matrix. He said, we don't know how the first Matrix was destroyed. All we know that we did it and we scorched the sky. That's the Kundalini energy or the Shakti power, feminine energy that they're trying to keep down. So apparently they went through a form of what we got to go through. It's just the earth is the final outpost of the final solution, the ultimate prize. And they said that it started and it went from one planet on down to the other. Rudolf Steiner gets into a lot of that in the book Cosmic Memory. Rudolf Steiner, another book called Universe, Earth, and Man deals with those particular things. This evolutionary planetary chain that threw off the different aspects of the actual matrix. And so the Sedona thing is just the leftover aspect of probably the Horus or Heru or some black female messiah of Maya. You know, Devil Bless said that they placed the face on the whole face of some black woman in South America on the Sedona complex, and it would fit perfect. And yeah, what's that? No. Well, let's put it this way. They have contact. The entities that they have contact. First of all, there is no physical entities out there. The entities that they have contact with is spiritual entities, but they are mainly the archangelic entities we talked about last night. They channel to what is called the demiurge. And the demiurge is the archangel complex. They don't want to get off the power of the universe. They don't want us to regain the power. So they are in cahoots with white people to hold us down. Some of the same blessed deities that we worship. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole cosmic game going on. It's a whole cosmic game going on. And all, yeah.
So you say external forces that are materialized as far as
Oh, you talking about on out there? No. This is the only physical planet out of all of what you call it and stuff. This is the only physical planet is the doggone Earth. The rest of them, there is life, but it is not physical. It is not physical. So the whole extraterrestrial visitation or whatever type thing when you get into what you call it, even Pat Robertson said it, who's a part of the occult society. Yeah, there's plenty spaceships, there's plenty alien things, but they're not physical. They're light beings. They're light beings. The physical spaceships are only built on Earth.